Alright, I'm doing the filming 10 minutes before class thing again. Let's do this. So a few days ago, I watched the newest season of this anime that I completely forgot that I loved so much. So this is a recommendation video. It's called Natsume's Book of Friends, and it's about this kid who can see spirits, and everything about the setting is just very like calm and kind of rural. And the show is about how he kind of starts out all alone, and he's moved in with a new family after a series of just people taking him in throughout his life. And the family is warm and he starts to meet friends, but the main like conceit of this show is that he's been kind of plagued by spirits all his life. At the beginning of the show, he begins to meet spirits and realize that they are also kind of like people and they have feelings, and that there's a way to befriend them and deal with them that isn't like running away, and that they don't have to be scary. So I watched season 5 a few days ago, and it made me realize like the core message of the show is about both not being alone, but also it has so much to do with like alienation and realizing that other people can be essentially similar to you, or being able to relate with other people who come from vastly different cultures and interact in very different ways. For example, you get like spirits who, when they meet you, they think that they need to basically attack you and like pin you down and be like, I'm going to kill you if you don't help me with this thing. But then when you convince them that like, hey, dude, chill, like, let's be friends, you don't need to like threaten me with death, then they like realize like, oh, I don't need to do that. It's just that they've been kind of socialized to believe that all humans will treat them with fear and run away or try to attack them, that they have to kind of attack them in order to try to get help. And there's also the whole like star-crossed love thing, and it's not even necessarily romantic, but just the idea that like you want to connect with someone but you're in completely different worlds and it's literally impossible. There were several episodes where you just got a human who wants to communicate with a spirit, but they can't. They only were able to meet one time ever. Or like a spirit who wants to thank a human for a very small act of kindness that they did 50 years ago at like a point when they were able to meet, but then they will never be able to meet again because they live on different planes of existence. So a lot of this show is kind of about like Natsume trying to help people and trying to help the spirits, and it's just like really heartwarming, and you guys should check it out. It's really just not in the typical genres that you think about when you think about anime, with like either like super action-y shonen or like the much squealing girls thing. It's like just very calm, and it has a very inclusive message that I think the world kind of needs right now. So yeah, it's been 5 minutes. I need to get to class now. See you all later.